My name's Shane Flanagan and I'm the supervisor of the Port Macquarie Koala Hospital. My job is to admit and examine and treat all the koala patients that come in through the door, plus also have to look after the volunteers as well. Mainly urban koalas are admitted here, and it's because of human interference. They get hit by cars, attacked by dogs, and unfortunately suffer from a number of diseases. The number one koala disease is chlamydia, which is a sexually transmitted disease, very similar to humans, and it affects the urogenital tract and the eyes, or both at the same time. We can have great success with the eyes, but not really very good success with the urogenital tract. There's not a lot of drugs that can knock it on the head. When the koalas have been through the hospital, they're ear-tagged and microchipped, and they're always released back to the place we got them from, because they're very territorial. They stay in their own home range for their life, so they have to go back to where they came from. We have what we call multiple offenders here that continually come back. One koala holds the record for 19 visits to the Koala Hospital, and unfortunately his last one, he died as a result of being hit by a car. One of the main reasons that the urban koalas are in trouble is where koalas want to live is exactly where people want to live. They all like the same real estate, and when humans come in and remove all the trees for their housing development in an industry, the koalas suffer. They cannot cope with being close together. They need a number of trees, and when we remove all this habitat, the pressure is put on them, and then diseases become expressed, or they get themselves in trouble being hit by cars, etc. The recent federal legislation where they made the koalas vulnerable in Australia is good, but New South Wales has had the koala listed as vulnerable for 10 years and it's really done very little. All it's doing is adding another layer of paperwork for developers to have to go through. Until the government recognises that koalas, along with all the other threatened species in this country, are so important to us as people, we're just not going to win. It's all about now for governments. They're not thinking of long-term planning, of survival of all these species and the habitat they live in. This is salt ash Carly, and salt ash Carly comes from salt ash, which is in the Hunter region. This is a Hunter Koala Preservation Society koala. It's not one of ours. This koala has chlamydia. She's got chlamydia in the eyes, and I think we're going to find something rather unpleasant in her urogenital tract just by the look at her. We just something tells us. She's an old koala, so I don't think her prognosis is all that good, particularly because behaviourally, when koalas are found curled up on the ground, which is what she did, that's not a good sign. If they're at the stage where they've come out of the tree and they've come down and curled up on the ground, that doesn't say good things.